Hello everyone, this is my first creative video in weeks and weeks and weeks, and I want to do something in my Your Creative Studio journal. So let's just give you a quick idea of the style of this journal, but I've received another Your Creative Studio box. By the looks of it, it's going to be a painting theme. I've just taken the sticker off. I haven't been tempted to have a look, in fact I'll pop that there, but I'm just going to show you what's inside, and I'll skip all the bits where I'm opening the packaging just so that it's not too boring for you. So first off, some of the Your Creative Studio stamp stickers, so we've got those, and if there's anything in here that you like the look of, I'll leave the link to Your Creative Studio in the description box below, and I have got a discount code for you as well, which I'll leave on screen and in the description box below. So I'm going to go off now and open these packages. We have got some cling stamps, 3 packages of cling stamps and a washi tape. So let me open these. Okay, so let's show you the washi tape first, and it's got things like paint brushes, paint tubes, a spatula, all of that kind of thing. So that's what that looks like. We've also got this selection here of rubber stamps. And these are what the stamps look like. I've just used some archival ink to stamp those. Aren't they fabulous? We've also got one of these little ephemera booklets, and this is what's inside. Are they all the same? No, we've got a few different designs. Just quickly flick through these. So great for using for backgrounds in collage. We've got another small pack of ephemera here. And inside we've got some twine, some stickers, various stamp stickers and that kind of thing. These are sort of like the washi tape stickers. Yep, I like those. And then some paper ephemera. I think these are stickers as well. So let's just quickly flip through these. So it looks as if we've got 2 of each design. I love that. Isn't that gorgeous? That would make a nice focal image. And then some other ephemera papers as well. We've got another ephemera pack. So some pretty postage stamps here. I'll have a look at those in a minute. And then this is just the packaging, but you know, you can use this as well. That's lovely. And then various postage stamps, all kinds of different designs. I like these a lot. We've got another ephemera pack. So let's just take the string off and see what we've got inside here. So we've got some labels. We've got some with days of the week. Well, I like those. I've not seen any of these in the kits before. Some larger labels, and then these tickets here. So 3 different designs. And then we've got some papers as well. Of course, the packaging you can always use. I mean, this would make a really nice tuck spot. And then various papers as well. Some postcards. Quite a few postcards. And then sort of like faux newspaper sheets. And oh, then we've got a selection of not patterned but textured papers as well. We've got another set of stamps. I absolutely love the ones that are in this CD sort of style packaging. So let me stamp these out and we'll see what these look like. And here we are. I've just stamped these out as well. So we've got some ink splats and various other things going on as well. We've also got this pretty paper ephemera as well. And there's lots of pretty goodies in this one. These are on quite thick cardstock. But we've got some really pretty designs. Aren't these gorgeous? Oh, look. Harlequin backgrounds. All kinds of things for us to play with. These. Some floral bits and pieces. Paint brushes. Little tags. Oh, look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? Little tabs, all kinds of things. We've got some tissue paper, and there are 5 sheets of this, and let me just put that down, and it's all tubes of acrylic and oil paints. And then finally the Your Creative Studio paper pack. So we've got 24 sheets, 6 sticker papers, 6 vellum, 6 art paper and 6 pattern paper. And again, the packaging is always so lovely to use. So let me just quickly whiz through the designs of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course it just repeats itself on the various types of paper. So we've got the textured paper, sticker paper and vellum as well. That's a lot of goodies to play with in this particular box. Beautiful. So thinking cap on and let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so I've cleared a bit of space on my desk, and I think what I'm going to do to start off with is alter this, which was the packaging that all of these labels and things came in. And I think I'd like to decorate it in the background with this piece of paper here. I love this, and I'm going to use the top part. So I am just going to use a pencil now just to make a mark here so that I don't waste my paper, but I know where to trim it. I don't need to go all the way down because I don't think you'll see it. So if I cut it about there, and I can already see as well that it's too wide because I just want to be able to fit that into the slot. So I've just made myself another pencil mark, and I'm just using this paper trimmer here because it's just nice and easy. I did change the blade on this the other day. Let's try that. Now this is the sticker paper, but I'm going to keep the backing on. It'll just give it a little bit more stability, and also it'll just make it easier for me to be able to slot it inside the little pocket as well. So I'm just going to make sure I've got plenty of glue, especially around the edges. And then I'm just going to carefully slot this inside, and I'll go off camera and do this because it is going to be a little bit fiddly. So let's see, and with glue stick, you see we've got manoeuvrability as it were. So I can just grab a bone folder now and just make sure that that's well and truly stuck down. Just need to make sure that I don't glue my pocket shut. I also want something to cover up this at the bottom, and I'm thinking that I'd like to have this row of paint tubes. So I've just cut one of the plain pieces of paper off, and I'm just going to stick that on. I think that goes really well. I think I want to round the corners of this just to make it look a little bit nicer, soften those edges. So that's what I've got. And then I'm wondering whether I can use this to make a little embellishment to go inside. I was maybe thinking that I could do something like that. That looks pretty, doesn't it? I think I'm going to round the corners on this as well. And I'm just going to glue that down there like that. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. And then that can just tuck inside the little pocket. There we go. And I'm just wondering as well whether I can add one of these paintbrushes onto the top here. I think that might be a little bit too much. That's too big, but I'm just wondering whether I can perhaps cut this down to a smaller size. So let's just have a look and see if I can do it. So maybe we could have that just across the top. You see, I like how that looks. Or do we like this one? I've also cut this one down as well. Do you know, I think I prefer the black one. I think that one's a little bit too small, and I like the dark value in that one there. So yeah, I'm just going to glue that down as well. So that's now glued into the journal, and I did also attach some of that textured paper to the back just to give it a bit of stability. This was some of the sticker paper, so I've just stuck it straight on. So next I want to use some of this vellum paper, and I'm thinking that, hang on, let me just take that apart. I'm thinking I can attach this, and where the spatula finishes, I can then just, let's see if I can do this, wrap this round over the other side to decorate that little pocket. And I think what I might do is use some double-sided sticky tape to stick it. So I've stuck the front down with some of this red double-sided score tape, and so that's what that looks like. And then before I take this off, what I need to do is just trim this away. So I just need to use a pencil now just to make some marks, and I'm just going to take this off to the paper trimmer as well and just trim that excess away. This is what I've got so far, and I'm really happy with that. So we've got this pocket here. I think this side looks darker on camera than it really is. Of course, I haven't popped my pages back in. So let's move the journal out of the way because I've got an idea for what I want to do with this little pocket here. What I was thinking was making some tickets using these little ticket stumps here. And let me just grab a piece of deli paper again. Here we go. I've got one here, because what I want to do is add, in fact, let's add the ticket labels first. What I was thinking was making some tickets as if it was tickets to an art gallery or something like that, and then stamping this guy here like so. So let's have a look. Positioning wise, where does that want to go? Now these are stickers, and I just know that I'm going to struggle getting these off, so I'll probably go off camera now and do this. Oh, hang on, I think it's coming. I did resort to the pokey tool, so let's have a look. Where does this want to go? I'm going to stand up to do this because I know it will bother me if I don't get it straight out there, I think. And then I can stamp my little guy on there like that. So let's get my Stays On ink. Let's do one first just to see how this looks. I've got a stamp block at the ready. In fact, what I've been doing, because I can never get these to stick to a stamp block, and it really doesn't matter because they're such good stamps anyway. So let's move that out of the way, see where I want that to go. Stick it down, Nina, don't overthink it. Make sure that you give it time for the ink to grab. And then there we have it. Doesn't that look cool? So I'm just going to do exactly the same with the other one here. This one's a slightly different shade. So those are my little tickets to my pretend art gallery. I just think those are really cute. Now you could just slot those in like that if you wanted to, but I thought it would be quite nice to make a little envelope for these to go in. Let's just pop these off to one side for the ink to dry. Now, of course, my envelope is going to be dictated by the width of this here. And what I'm thinking, will that be... Yep, I've got plenty of width. So I just need to eyeball this. In fact, actually, I think I'll fold that over just to make it easier for me to gauge the size. I think about there, like this. So let's just make a fold, and then I can just bring this over here and just maybe make myself a flap. So I'm just going to fold this over. Of course, then I can get rid of the excess that I don't need. I think I'll do that in a V. So I just need to find the center point, grab my trusty old metal ruler. Now, sometimes it's easier to do it in centimeters. Yeah, here we go, 12. So 6 is the midpoint. Let's have a look. So let's just make a little dot there, and I'm just going to trim away this excess paper. I did end up cutting this a little bit longer than my initial dot, which was here, but I've just brought this down, and I am just going to, where's the bottom of that, just draw a line on both sides. And I'm going to cut this by hand because I don't trust myself to do this on my paper trimmer. I'm just going to end up cutting something that I don't want to cut. So let's just cut this. Same on this side here. So let's just get rid of these pencil marks. Yeah, it's coming away really easily. I've just trimmed these sides down, so now we don't have any gaps. I really like how that looks. Now, of course, you could take this off to the sewing machine if you wanted to. I'm not going to. Now, my original thought was that I might be able to use this and make a little paper clip just to hold this shut and maybe sew across the top. It's not going to work in my case just because my pocket isn't wide enough to allow it, but I was hoping that I'd be able to have that to keep it shut. So I've got another idea. So that's going to go in there like that, and that fits really nicely. But I've decided to use this just as a little tab. And so I'm just going to add this on, bring in fact, let me take that out as well, just so that I don't end up getting glue everywhere. Small amount of glue along here just to hold it in place. That should be enough. I think I'll spread that out with my finger, and then let's eyeball this, try and get it fairly central. So I think that looks like a little tab, and it will just help keep that flap shut. I've popped my pages back in the journal, and this is what I've got so far. I just love the way that these pages flow. I do feel though that I want to do something really simple on this side of the page here. I'm wondering whether I can use the business card to add another pocket to the right hand side, and then perhaps use a piece of this piece of paper here. Just bring in the paper trimmer, because what I'm thinking is that I can maybe cut this off at the compass. Is it a compass or is it one of those paint sprayers? I'm not quite sure, but I'm just wondering if I can just trim this here. There we go. Let's you see, that looks lovely, doesn't it? So I'm just wondering whether we can add a few bits and pieces to that. That's narrow enough now to put in the pocket. I found a piece of scratch cardstock, craft cardstock. It's only lightweight. This is a piece of the sticker paper as well. So let's see if we can stick this on. Going to leave a bit of a border, and I'm just going to take this off now to the paper trimmer and just trim this. I also want to turn this into a tag shape. I don't want to cut too much off. Take that over to the other corner there so that it's symmetrical. And then I also found a quote which was "Live every day with intention." Now I do want to ink around the edges. Which ink shall I use? Let's use Walnut Stain. These are new ones. I haven't used these before. Linda sent me these. Let's have a look. Let's just ink around the edge. It's a bit stark without it. And then I'm just going to add a tiny bit of glue, because these never stick very well. In fact, I'll use my glue stick. Let's stick this on. And then, of course, I need to glue that little pocket down as well. And I'm just going to use art glitter glue to do that. But I think this will go nicely here, just to add a little bit of detail. There we are. And then I just need to stick this on. And then that can go just inside there, like that. That's it. That's how I've decided to use the paper pack. I want to do one last quick project, and I'm going to be using this piece of packaging here. It was the packaging that all of these bits and pieces came in, I think, or maybe the smaller bits and bobs. But anyway, I want to use the back. Now, I'm thinking that I'm going to cover the back of the postcard in a piece of this paper here. So that's what the front is like, and I really like that. So make sure I get this the right way up. I just love the colour of this leaf design here, and I know that I want to use this as my focal image. I just think that's so beautiful, and colour-wise I think that works really well. So I'm just going to start off by gluing this down first, and I'm just going to use a glue stick. I've glued my background on, and I'm happy with that. And then I've narrowed it down to just these pieces here, just 5 including the background. I like the way that the colours of these work together. I'm just going to cut one of these off so that we've got this to play with. I also like the idea of using a piece of this just to cover up some of this background. So I think I'm just going to slice this across here, and then I can decide how much of that I want to use. I've been fiddling around with this for quite a while, and I couldn't decide whether I wanted to glue this on here or here. If I have it there, it's halfway, and then my focal image just looks odd. It looks as if we've got too much over here that we can't really do anything with. So I've made a decision that I'm going to stick that down there like that. That's it, decision made. And then I'm going to use some of this washi tape here just to add down the centre. I know we've got this lovely washi tape, but it's just too much. It doesn't go. So I like this thin one, which is washi tape from one of the previous Your Creative Studio boxes, if of course I can find the end of it. Here we are. but I'm just going to stick a little piece of that down here. We can follow that line there. Next up, I'm going to stamp this jar of paintbrushes on the left hand side, just because, why not? So let's tap this down. So this is my Jet Black Stays On ink again. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to stand up. I want that about there. Don't overthink it, Nina. Just pop it down, just for a bit of added interest. Then the star of the show is going to be this postage stamp. So that's going to go there. And I did think that I wanted to use these postage stamps as well, but I'm just wondering whether that's too much. I think I just like that as it is. So I think I'm just going to leave my little sweet, simple collage just like that. So I'm just going to glue that on. I think sometimes we're tempted to add things just for the sake of it, whereas I just love the simplicity of that. I think all the colours and the textures go really well together. So I have decided that I want to add this to the, oh, hang on, we caught on things, to the last page of my journal. Like that, I think. I don't want to stick it down because I don't want to cover up the back. So I've come up with an idea. What I want to do is use these tabs. I was going to use these earlier, and I'm just going to add a small amount of glue at the top. I'm going to use my art glitter glue. I could stitch it, but as I've said earlier, I can't lift my sewing machine at the moment, and there's nobody here to get it out for me, so glue will have to do instead. I want quite a bit at the top, and I'm just going to stick this together. I'm going to weight that down underneath the heavy book, and I'm hoping that that will just glue that together enough at the top to form a type of paper clip. So the moment of truth, will this work? This has been weighted down underneath the heavy book for about 10 minutes or so, but I'm just hoping that this will hold my little postcard in place. And it does, it works. Now, the only thing is, it's just a bit higher up the page than I'd anticipated it was going to be. What I'm wondering, I wonder whether I can, let's have a look. Let's just place this on, because that definitely holds the postcard in place. I think I'm going to add some glue to the back. Let's add more art glitter glue. I am just thinking that I can stick this down here. Get that nice and straight. In fact, take that out for the time being and maybe weight that down under a heavy book again. Well, I'm leaving the video here for today, but I hope that's given you some ideas as to how to use the contents that are in these beautiful vintage boxes. As I said at the beginning of the video, I'll leave the link to Your Creative Studio in the description box below for anybody that's interested in buying one of these boxes or any of the other supplies that the company has to offer. I've also got a discount code as well, which is the first time that Amanda's given me this. It's for 10% off, and the code that you'll need to enter is Nina Ribena. I'll leave all the details, as I've said, in the description box below. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and as always, I'd very much appreciate a thumbs up if you did. Do let me know what you think in the comments below, but most importantly, thanks for watching. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.